Yo, what's going on, family? In today's video, we'll be looking at more creepy and strange TikToks.
They convinced you that demons look like this, so you won't catch the ones living among us.
They got French fries in a capsule? Oh no, what? That's how the crinkle cut fries are made?
Ain't no way you got motherfucking French fry capsules out this motherfucker. And no, I know what you're thinking. This is not AI. They got legit French fry capsules. Boy, I looked this shit up. There's hella videos of these motherfuckers with these French fry capsules. This is some other shit.
Yo, that's gonna make me question everything. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes the fries just be tasting too good. And you're just like, man, these fries fire. It's because they come from a little pill. They got pill fries now. Medicated fries. You can go get your fries out the medication aisle at Walmart now. French fries, 60 capsules. Yeah, that's crazy that that's the Alfa Romeo car symbol is a snake eating a person. That is crazy.
Well, you looky here. Iran says that the U.S. is being controlled by tall, white aliens. Why didn't I say Iran? I don't feel like messing with y'all today. Savannah Guthrie, is the whole world being controlled by aliens? The world is controlled by Satanists. What do Satanists do? They worship Satan, the fallen angels, and the demons, which are the disembodied spirits of the Nephilim. Really simple. So we have Iran that says we're being controlled by tall white aliens, and then we have ex-government in Israel saying that the U.S. is working with aliens.
Aliens or demons, I saw it on a video.
Could you calm down for a dang minute? By the way, this picture came from Mexico. I've been telling y'all for literal years that what is going to happen in this great deception, this greatest deception, is a good cop, bad cop, with the white tall aliens are going to be the good guys, supposedly, and the grays are going to be the bad guys. And the whites are going to help us take out the grays. Get it? Arrival, we've been seeing these things literally everywhere. So absolutely, of course, they're working with these evil beings. And yes, they are evil. Seeing a lot of people on Twitter try to claim like they're not evil. But at the same time, coming from someone who studied whistleblowers that passed away after they talked and read hundreds of declassified documents spanning almost 2 decades, I can tell you they're not just demons. This is a great, massive deception. There's blue beams going to be active, there's fallen angels, there's demons, and then like I always try to tell y'all, there are flesh suits. Please hear me, I've proven this over the past few years. There are biological creations under our feet, and they hold the disembodied spirits of the Nephilim, the demons. But it's not only the flesh suits. We also have things coming through walls, interdimensional creatures. And we also have holograms. There's a lot of different stuff. And US ships are calling UFOs. And all the people on Earth are working with and worshiping these things. I'll make a long YT video in 1 hour proving all this in great detail. See you there.
What's up with the black eye stuff, y'all? I don't know. You gonna side with the tall whites or the short grays? I'm just gonna side with the
This is Apple. This is Android. Now, both of these are the prominent 2 cell phone major distributors in the entire world. They are competitive to the point where we have factions that say, are you Apple or are you Android?
That's true.
Now, what's interesting about
Hold on. Before he goes any further, are you Apple or are you Android? That's going to tell a lot about you right there. Ain't that crazy? How you feel like you can kind of tell who a person is or the type of person is based off the phone they have. Hey man, you got Apple? You got Android? Your messages are green?
both of these logos? As I always wondered, I was like, why is Apple with the sign of an apple with a bite taken out of it? And I started to consider, is this representative of taking a bite in the Garden of Eden, where it reflects all the way back to the tree of knowledge of good and evil, where you have this theme that came from the enemy that is put in our face and we won't take it as such. Then we have the android, which is also reflective of the things that are coming to pass right now. I remember in Dragon Ball Z, where they had a situation where there was Android 17, 16, 18, all of these biomechanical people that could even reproduce human beings. We have a chip that is coming up to where you can have this biometric data embedded into your body or on your forehead, where you will basically become like a machine. Isn't this interesting that we have Android and Apple as our top cell phone distributors, computers, television, and everything regarding technology? Think that's a coincidence?
So this here's what I do. So I've got these copper cups. I got salt in them. I just let them be in there and let nature do its thing. If you know, you know. If you do some research on these, if you want to be, well, I can't promise you that you're not going to get sick and everything because TikTok guidelines, but if you do some research, then you'll pretty much won't be SICK. So get yours today in the TikTok shop. These things are really good, so check it out.
Yeah, it's all about like the frequency, the vibrations, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you got a dollar by any chance?
No, sorry, man.
No? Yo, how do I get in the Shavalubovic?
Yo, what did he say?
Lizard, 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 lizard.
On this timeline,
Literally.
This is you and this is today. This is you and this is today on that one's you. So they're staggered, right? These little layers of time, they're flowing just like a surface of time. And guess what happens? There are moments where if you imagine, let's say this star, this is us right here, right? But I said these lines, they're not straight, they flow just like this, just like the surface. So there are times when this line is going like this, right? Is actually flowing like that one. This line right here might be flowing like this. If this timeline's coming down and this line's going up, guess what happens? It's creating a point where this is coming up, that's going down. They do overlap for a second. That's when you get that little weird sense. That's when you get your deja vu.
I was just
feelings,
gonna
right?
say that. Yo, deja vu. He kind of broke that down in the point to where now I believe it. You know, I've always had questions about deja vu, what it is, and if it is a sense of where, you know, you do have different timelines, and at one point they do overlap, and you start feeling like, yo, I've seen this before, because it's not necessarily like you jumping into a whole nother place. It's like your consciousness, you know what I'm saying? And what you know and see is like, dang, I've seen this before. This is a memory to me now. It's because you've kind of overlapped into the other timeline. And then it kind of goes away.
Like just making shit up. I've worked with tools my whole life. And this socket is not even on the nut. There you have it.
Yo, that ain't no way that's a NASA video.
To hate black people, because let me tell you, I got proof. My Vietnamese friends, I say, why you keep calling us me that? And my friend Duck, it's not Duck, it's Duck. We used to call him Duck. He says they tell us, the government tell us to be careful of black people. They tell us that. The white people, they tell us, be careful of black people. And I ended up being their friends. My father and my parents buying them clothing. And you got black people giving you clothing and black people hanging out with you and teaching you football and all this other shit. And they told you to stay away from black people. You know, you know what I'm saying? They taught them that shit. And Richard Pryor has a good joke. Rich Pryor had a good one in the 70s where he goes, he's like, yeah, he said, them Vietnamese motherfuckers come into town in America, right? He said, the government says, hey, if you call him a nigger, you're an American. Some shit. Nigga. You ever hear him say that shit? No, I didn't. Yeah, Richard says it perfectly. He said, man, them motherfuckers is racist as motherfucker. He's like, because the white folks tell them, if you say nigger, then you're American. Nigga.
Yo, I believe it because I seen a video a while back. I don't know. You guys have probably seen this video too. It was from some guys who were in the army. This was during the Vietnam War. And they were saying how when they were in Vietnam, they were calling them that word, right? And they're like, how do they even know this word? How, like, where have they ever heard this before? You know what I'm saying? The only way that they could have known what this word meant is because someone told them what this word meant. You get what I'm saying? Now that's cool. Wait, what's really going on? Yo, that's gotta be a bumpy ride.
Hey TikTok, it's me again. I just want to come on here to help anyone that's been trying to go live on TikTok, but they're not able to. So I put this little link right here. And if you click it, it'll literally take you straight to the live thing so you can go live. So just wanted to help you guys out.
Okay, y'all, my pattern recognition been pattern recognizing, and I gotta see if y'all been seeing what I've been seeing, okay? So let's start with Poverty Point. Do y'all see these concentric circles here? This is in Louisiana. It reminds me of a Wi-Fi signal, right? Which is symbolic of a shared electromagnetic field that is radiating from a source energy. So this would be the source energy, and then you got electromagnetic waves that radiate from the source, right? A collective communication field, if you may. And these are concentric circles that the Earth's electromagnetic field makes. Now, this is where it started to get fun for me, y'all, because as I was looking up other earthworks, I came across this, and I'm like, wait a minute. This looks like a sail to me. This is Stonehenge. So that made me want to look at more pictures of Stonehenge. So that's Stonehenge. And this is an image of like how it was set up. Like, this looks like a nucleus. And then of course that's like the sun for like the solstices. And then this here is an image of Stonehenge's setup. And I'm like, listen. Do y'all remember me showing y'all this image in my last video? You see the placement, the sun, the light, okay, hold on. So then I think back to Poverty Point. I'm like, wait a minute. This reminds me of the endoplasmic reticulum. Actually, my brain said Golgi apparatus, but hold on. This is the endoplasmic reticulum. It's like concentric circles, right? Y'all, it's almost like the nucleus is the source of information, and these concentric circles are like the collective field of information. I mean, that is kind of like that. I mean, that actually is what that does. It translates the DNA out into the cell to communicate. Like, that's the actual function of the endoplasmic reticulum and the nucleus. It's almost like the Wi-Fi signal, right? The source and the field, right? I mean, it really makes me curious. Copper conductor. Does that look like an antenna to you? I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping. I mean, maybe this is a stretch. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, y'all. What y'all think? I mean, we do have the mitochondria, right? Which is the powerhouse of the cell. It provides the light.
Another one.
Niggas just be wow.
Or if any of the dots make sense to y'all, let me know.
I'm crying, son. They not even hiding it no more. Oh, it's all on his back.
Wow. We know why you got that money now. This is niggas just be wow, like wow. Nigga go Baphomet on that shirt. Damn.
Ooh.
God damn, these niggas not even.
Another one.
3-6 Mafia.
What the? Okay, so he throws. Here it is, in slow motion. This is why he's pledging allegiance to Israel. Freemason sign. Throw up the 2 6s. Beat the chest. Activate the demons. Blow the magic in your hands. Sell your soul to Israel. Flick it on the court so everybody has to play on the black magic. Spread it around to your teammates so they get the demonic energy too. Do the energy harvesting ritual so everyone in the stadium is now soulless and activated the demons too. Yell, and now the Baphomet energy has entered you.
Michael.
Yeah. Call this stuff out.
That is crazy.
Here's why Pizzagate hasn't hit mainstream. It's because when you talk to a lot of these victims, they do have some stories that corroborate, you know, some people from different parts of the country, they say the same exact things. They have the same exact story. But then they'll say things like, oh, 50 Cent was a woman. And then I'll be like, well, 50 Cent grew up in Southside Jamaica, Queens. And, you know, people knew him. He was locally famous before he became famous. And he's not a woman. And they'll be stuck on the idea that 50 Cent is a woman. So that discredits everything that they say from that point on, you know. So that's why, yeah, there is a lot of evidence on Pizzagate due to the Julian Assange WikiLeaks emails in 2016. Like, it's so obvious that they were doing shit like this, but there's no credibility from any of the witnesses because they're all just watching YouTube videos and they're just repeating the same stories. Like Tupac did satanic rituals. You know, Tupac also, his life was well documented. Every day of his life was well documented. Tupac was involved in orgies, but Tupac was not involved in satanic rituals. You know, so you guys are wrong on that one, and it seems like you guys are all watching these videos, and then you don't admit when you're wrong.
I'm pretty sure I got a glimpse into the future last night, and it was absolutely terrifying. Have you seen the movie Begonia that just came out with Emma Stone? If you haven't, let me just tell you this. I was not prepared for that experience, and I don't even know if I want to call it an experience. It was mind-blowing. The concept of the movie is about Emma Stone, who's a CEO, but the twists and turns within her CEO life is where things start to take a potentially dark turn, and someone thinks that she's an alien from the Andromeda Galaxy. Now, in this film, first of all, if you know me and you're following me, you know that I believe art imitates life. Life imitates art, and that things like movies, television, magazines, things with that much focus and visual representation that the whole world gets to see has an energy about it that I believe to be a prediction into the future or something that's currently happening. I mean, basically every movie that I watched as a child, I'm living in right now. So the parallel to that is, well, but this movie, oh my God, it was so eerily connected to everything we have been talking about for the past year and a half. 3i Atlas, the Galactic Federation, the Council of Nine, star seeds. It taps into every flat earth, the ice wall. It taps into every single one of these theories per se. Whew. I got the shakes just thinking about it because it had such a powerful message and energy, twists and turns and if nots and whatnots. It was just cinematic masterpiece. At the same time, terrifying because the message within it is currently what is happening in our world. And if you've seen the movie, you're going to understand what I'm talking about. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's a literal parallel universe to what's happening right now. It's such a great movie. If you haven't seen it, 10 out of 10, fantastic, but be prepared when that movie is over to have every third eye you might have be completely opened to the universe and connection. Fantastic, fantastic. Go see that movie immediately.
I'm about to go see that movie immediately. Yo, for real. Just a little screenshot alone is enough for me to want to go see that movie. Just being honest.
Mix fresh breast milk.
Whoa.
Didn't something like this happen at Blizzard? And Bobby Kotick was on Jeffrey Epstein.
Yo, what?
Guys, this is insane. It's actually fucking insane. Like, what the fuck is going on? It all makes sense now. What the fuck? Ouroboros type shit, yes.
By the way, I just gave the farmers $12 billion because they were treated unfairly. We're taking in a fortune with tariffs. And I wrote them a little check about 2 weeks ago for $12 billion. Anybody in this room get any of it yet? Yes, yeah. And a lot of people. It's a lot of money. And you know what? You deserved it. But we're taking in so much money from the tariffs that we can do that.
Mr. Boyd, which would you rather have? That money from that $12 billion handout from the federal government, or the market that $12 billion is meant to replace?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. And definitely the market. And this was a big win for me personally, because I've been on your network telling farmers and the world how bad the president's tariffs was. And that's what this president does. He went down to Iowa and said that there was $12 billion that was paid out. People, that is a lie. The money has not been paid out, not 1 cent of it. And I just recently got an email, I think Friday, that said the sign-up period has now moved to April. The president said we're going to get the money in November. Then he said he's going to get the money in December, and then January, and then February. And now I just got an email saying that the sign-up period is now April. The president just keeps making false statements, and he's not being held accountable. This president has a problem with black leaders that speak up, or anyone that opposes anything that he says. When he came out and made that announcement, the press conference, he called those justices, 2 that he appointed to the Supreme Court, lap dogs, a disgrace to their families, fools, unpatriotic. You know, that president owes a apology, man, to those justices' family, because he appointed 2 of them. And that's the kind of stuff that he does. And when he announced that $12 billion, I want the people to know that when he's watching the show, he had a round table for farmers and excluded me from the meeting. And nobody believed that he excluded me from the meeting until it happened to a black governor who they just invited and didn't want him at the table. That's his president's MO, and he says it's not race. They said, we're moving away from DEI, we're moving away from the black farmer issue, the small farmer issue, and that's the kind of coding they put in there. But all reality, he had an all-white farm meeting with an all-white audience that excluded the black farmers. We have 170 farm foreclosures pending right now, and this government is not helping us. We lost 15,000 farms last year. And any other country around the world, we would be calling out a farm crisis, people.
15,000 farms is a lot of farms. I'm just saying, man. Can't believe what you hear on the news. You know, they be trying to, make things sound good. Yeah, I paid out $12 billion. But I really didn't. I'm just going to tell you that for the news.
You see this ship right here, and it's actually floating on a sea of cells. Now look at what they're bringing into this sea of cells. A virus.
Oh, they really did. When was this? Hmm. 1930 or I-930? What do you guys think?
In my restless dreams, I see that town.
This is in Plainfield?
Silent Hill.
Nah, for real, what's going on?
Take me
Why?
there again someday.
Why it look like some Stranger Things stuff going on?
I'm a
All right.
Excuse me, can I interrupt?
I have
There
another.
are photos that are being released of the secretary as she is testifying from inside this room. Can you please advise me as to whether or not that's permissible, consistent with the rules, particularly given that we have asked for a public hearing? If there are photos that are being released of the secretary as she is testifying, can you please explain how that
I'm
can
done
occur?
with this. If you guys are doing that, I am done. You can hold me in contempt from now until the cows come home. This is just typical behavior.
We will go off
the record. Oh, for heaven's
So I would
sake.
like to understand how that's permissible.
Before the hearing was. It doesn't matter. We all are abiding by the same rules.
I will take that down.
Yeah,
So
well.
I would like to take a break at this moment.
Yeah,
and I'd like to have
I'm
a
done
conversation.
for now.
Go off the record. Go off the record.
Pizzagate was totally made up. It was an outrageous allegation that ended up hurting a number of people, that caused a deranged young man to show up with his assault rifle and shoot up a local pizzeria. I can't believe you're even referencing it. You should be. I don't follow the crazy conspiracy stories that are online.
Of course you don't, because they be about you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I regret that anybody does. I find it quite sad, but also disturbing that people would believe some of what is put forth, like Pizzagate. So I have taken no steps to review anything
Do you think
that might
pizza-
have any connection to something which I think is totally bogus.
Bogus, huh? Okay. Tesla coils. Electricity everywhere. Is this real or is this AI? I don't know in today's time. Yo, that's crazy though. Like if you can make one of those and like learn how to make it silent, that'd be clutch for real. Like I'd have a couple of those in my house, you know, if there's like silent, you know, free energy everywhere. But like who wants to hear that all day? Y'all need some plasma? What's up with this one? I need one that's gonna power my washer and dryer though. That's all I'm saying. Like, can you power my AC?
I thought that these were digital renderings that Alexis Stone had posted, but they literally just took them from Etsy.
Oh dang. Okay, I don't even know what that's about. Yo, look at Jim Carrey down there. Who is that person?
Don't you dare touch that dial, because like the song says, you are out of time. You're almost there, but don't panic. There's still more music to come before you're completely engulfed in the blissful embrace of that little light you see in the distance. Soon you'll be healed, forgiven, and refreshed, free from all trauma, pain, guilt, and shame. You may even forget your own name. But before you dwell in that house forever, here's 30 minutes of easy listening. On 103.5 Dawn FM.
Yo. Where's Jim Carrey at? Where's the real Jim Carrey?
I don't exist. So, they're all characters that I've played.
Kidnapping children is not what great nations do. For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on.
Oh, loved it. It's so beautiful. And having Michelle, Camilla Capello, that was also amazing. It was just a brilliant evening, Really brilliant evening.
Who is this guy? Nah, for real. Who's that guy? You guys remember, man, you guys ever seen the show Fallout, like the new season? And how on Fallout, this is a little bit of a spoiler for Fallout, I guess. They put these little thing on the back of your neck and like turn you into a person that don't have no memory. You're just like a good person. You do whatever you're programmed to do. That's what Jim Carrey looking like right now. Like, that's a James Carrey. That ain't Jim Carrey. Who is this person? James Carrey. Speaking French and stuff.
Oh my gosh. Ange Olivier was off the hook. I mean, I can't believe he committed to doing all that.
Who is this guy, man? Oh, snap. What was that? Look at the eyes. Look. Yo. Little reptile fish woman. Why is she looking like that? She like controlling the guy or something. Look. I'd be scared, yo. I would have jumped like, oh, whoa. Why are you looking like that?
Say during the war you can't have elections. So let me just say 3.5 years from now. So you mean if we happen to be in a war with somebody, no more elections? Oh, that's good. I wonder what the fake.
You like this idea? No.
Are you aware of any files that were on Anthony Weiner's laptop in a folder that was titled insurance, life insurance, with a zip file titled frazzled?
This is way outside the chairman's ruling. This is way within the scope. Is this within the scope, Mr. Chairman?
If the chairman rules that it's not within the scope,
Mr. Chairman, based on what you said in the public hearing, is this within the scope?
We can go off the record for a moment.
Mr. Chairman, is this within the scope?
We'll go off the record and can talk.
Yo, that means it's a real thing.
Even Wi-Fi use and Wi-Fi always being on in commercial and residential buildings. Like even some of the players in San Fran are reporting they have high injury rates. What's the running back for the 49ers? He brought it up. McCaffrey?
Okay.
Yeah, he brought it up that his doctor told him that maybe some of that had an effect on some of his injuries. And for those you don't know, you're not supposed to have your Wi-Fi and your router connected 24 hours a day. You're not. It's one of the things that are kind of like hidden. And if you're in a certain tech grid, that's why a lot of people love the idea of being off grid, because you're not even getting a lot of EMF exposure. And we talked about the AirPods last year, and that became a big thing. Phone use in your pocket is a big thing, but Wi-Fi connection is another disruptor that's really big that many people don't talk about. You just kind of accept it for what it is.
No, 100%. Even sleeping with your phone, they said that's one of the biggest causes of brain cancer, potentially.
Absolutely.
Like I saw that. Like having your phone too close to you or on your pillow, people fall asleep with their phones.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I know it's a lot of y'all out there that do that fall asleep with that phone right there. You probably be on TikTok just like, phone still playing the same video. Wake up, that video got 100,000 views, all from you. We got a flight, ladies and gentlemen.
got a way of putting the truth right in your face.
He just told us. That's the truth. I think. I can't say it's the truth 100% on camera. But yes, be careful what you're eating out here.
Telling you it's a lie. Everybody was able to tell that this wasn't Jim Carrey at those awards in Paris. But they didn't want us to know that this wasn't Jim Carrey at those awards in Paris. And once everybody started saying that that wasn't Jim Carrey, what did they do? They said that somebody was playing Jim Carrey. Alexis Stone was playing Jim Carrey.
Wait,
Alexis
what?
Stone posted pictures on his page claiming that he was playing Jim Carrey. You had the mold, you had the mask, you even had the teeth. You had the wig up in that corner. And that's what they wanted everybody to believe. I need you to go to Alexis Stone's page and see the characters that he plays. So basically, they're saying that this man wore this mask and played Jim Carrey. On Alexis Stone's page, the only characters he usually played are... You go check it out. But you got to remember what Jim Carrey said about those elites. And you also got to remember that Jim Carrey was blackballed by the same elites. I want you to look at this picture right here. Look at that. And you see that, right? All right. Look at this shit.
I made mistakes, and I was like a novice, but I felt a lot of love, and I felt a lot of appreciation that I tried. My favorite funny face is the one I'm wearing right now.
They even tried to make it seem like Jim Carrey was in on this whole thing. Look at this right here.
Do I have your attention now?
What y'all think? What's really going on here? What's up with Jim Carrey? James Carrey. I don't know if it's a coincidence or if it's just set up like that.
I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with y'all. This is the most demonic shit I done seen all week. Now, who is this, y'all might ask? Have your kids been walking around saying 6'7", 6'7"? Well, this is the artist behind it. His name is Skrilla. This man is literally doing a ritual for everybody to see. Now tell me, how many of y'all take doves and drain the blood from them? I'll wait. Clearly a ritual. Now, as y'all can see, this man is clearly holding a chicken, right? Now, I'm pretty positive 95% of my followers do not gut their own chickens. Clean it and serve it for dinner, right? Now, look at this next picture, but I'm not going to stay on it too long. Let's just say that chicken is no longer alive. Now, I'm not going to say what this is up here, but if you know what it is, leave it in the comments. Shit is no longer a secret anymore. It's being put right in your face. And honestly, a lot of y'all accept it. So that's why they're going to continue to do what they do, right? But just remember, the same people that's doing this is the same people whose music you listen to. So be careful, because you might be letting these demonic spirits in. And worst of all, into your kids. But it's just my opinion. Y'all do what y'all want with that information. And I'm going to leave it at that. Feeve.
Listen, incubators, look how they tell you right here. And it's a white incubator baby telling you that all 80% of the Caucasian population are incubator babies, and they were created by the Moors. Watch the full video.
80% of the Caucasian population.
80% of the Caucasian population are clones. So, it's not about racism.
No, also, no, it's nothing to do with race.
Is there any science? Is there any science that you could have a clone in your life, that you're in love with a clone? Like, I know a lot of people say that they don't think, they don't have internal dialogue. Is there anything you've come across?
That's exactly what I was about to say. So Dolores Cannon did the work on this. So Benjamin Franklin also wrote about this, saying that there was a dire need to fill America with Caucasian people. So for whatever reason, they decided to do that. They say that there is no inner dialogue, and they called it whitewashing. But Dolores Cannon believed that 80% of the population that look like me can't trace their family tree back past really the 1800s with any accuracy, and we refer to them today as NPCs. Wow. She said they were soulless. I don't think anything living is soulless. I think we all have a connection. It was called whitewashing, for want of a better expression. And it was to make out, and they did this at the World's Fairs and Expositions, they would have on display people from indigenous tribes, and they would bring children from Africa, put them on display, and they were labelled as primitive and savage. Wow. And this was specifically to dumb down and remove history. And this is connected to the Moors from Africa who built some of the most beautiful architecture in the world.
Warning for anyone using Yeti bottles, especially for your kids. I have several Yeti bottles that we rotate each day for our daughter. Recently, I started noticing they didn't seem to be getting fully cleaned, so I contacted Yeti to ask how to clean them properly, since they are not designed to be taken apart. Yeti advised boiling them in hot water for 5 to 10 minutes. After doing that, this is what they looked like when they came out, even though these bottles aren't made to be disassembled, as the seals are basically weaker and the bottles don't work as well afterward. I did anyways, and this is what I found. So, if you're using these types of bottles, especially for children, make sure to check them regularly. There could be hidden buildup or contamination you might not notice, maybe even time to change things up.
Yeah, my kids ain't got no Yetis, but they do got Pokemon. I gotta check that. Old gym's gone. New gym. I don't know why there's no sound on this video. I don't know who this guy is. That's Keanu Reeves. Look at this. Was he trying to warn us? Like, I think he was. He was always like when he did red carpets or stuff like that, like he never was like, oh, I'm so happy. Yeah. Like he just was recently. So like, what's really going on? Y'all remember when he had that like little like Last Supper thing with like all these other comedians and stuff? I think that's when they got him. I really think so. Like Adam Sandler got him. He trapped him. Put him in that Mr. Deeds pizza. That's what it was. Now, is this AI? Like, what the heck going on here? Crushed identity, huh? Dang. I see artificial intelligence.
This is Pokemon. This is one of the most successful shows in the entire world. Now, what's interesting is that Pokemon means pocket monsters. So they're itty bitty little monsters that grow with you as a companion or a familiar. Pokemon aired an episode where Pikachu came out with an antivirus program to fight against Polygon, and over 600 children were hospitalized for having what seemed like symptoms of a seizure. The episode was immediately pulled and never aired in any other countries. Now, what I've noticed with Pokemon is that these indeed are familiar spirits, and instead of you catching the Pokemon dwells with you and you catch it. And it's like having, follow me, having a pet sin. This pet sin seems innocent at first. You're young, it's young with you, and then as you get older, it evolves and it becomes not as cute anymore, not as loving anymore. And when it is fully grown, this thing turns into a full-blown monster. And that's what I see when I look at Pokemon. If you look at it from the eyes of the spirit, these things are always being introduced to our kids to gradually increase us towards something that could be even more wicked, like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and then from the Yu-Gi-Oh cards to the Monsters the Gathering cards, and then from the Monsters the Gathering cards to the Tarot cards. So just seeing how there can be a progression is always important to discern and see what's going on.
I must got like a little sinful Blastoise on my shoulder or something. Cause I swear, man, Blastoise was my favorite Pokemon when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just maybe that's just because like I pulled a Blastoise and was like, yo, I got a good card. Shout out to all the Pokemon fans, I guess. Pocket Monster fans with the little pocket monsters on their shoulders, little sins, or what he says.
Your home is built on a rock, and that rock is Christ.
Everyone's boycotting Vital Farm eggs. For real? I think I just bought some of those. What's this? Oh, we got a stealth plane over Disney. That's a crazy looking plane, ain't it? Mickey D's. So what happened with the CEO?
In light of everything that is going on right now, I'm not feeling this.
Whoa, what the heck?
Okay, so there's a bunch of children around. He says, I do not eat children. I would never eat a child.
You're probably going to try to.
What do you think I am? A monster? Wait, are you suggesting that I do eat children?
How you know what I was thinking?
Well, maybe it is you who eats children.
What?
Not me. I love children. Look what's in the burp. Items belonging to children. Oh, pardon me. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yes. And all these kids are missing.
Yo, he ate all the kids.
I do not eat children. And she says, I do eat liars. But also,
yeah, look at those swirls.
What is this?
If you know, you know.
Red and blue pulsing beam scanning.
Did y'all see that? Like, you can low-key see it. You gotta kind of like.
I'll tell you what they told me recently was, and I put this in writing to the Pentagon in 2012 when I told this, okay? One thing she told me was, when you see Iran and Israel exchanging missiles, and I saw it, the way she tells me is a vision of, I see it like a living picture screen. I could see the rockets flying. Then all of a sudden, orbs appeared out of the ocean and everywhere. And I told the government, that's, if this happens, the orbs are going to appear and wake people up and stop it. That's what she told me. It was this April date.
April 2026.
Yeah.
Yo.
Okay, update y'all. There's no siren going on right now, and yet there's these things in the sky blowing up. Pretty sure they're either missiles or drones. Either way, we've seen them blow up in the sky, multiple of them. Very, very close to us, actually. So I was just saying that it was very quiet, and it's not quiet.
We see them like blowing up in the sky.
We're not really sure what it is, but I'll put the video here, and you guys can see. Jesus Christ! Look! Over there! Oh my God! More clear now. Oh my God! I'm focusing.
Yo, what is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not a star. Anybody would like to tell me what that is? Please let me know. Please let me know.
But usually it's like a couple.
Is that them orbs he was talking about?
No, that's definitely a. Oh shit! Oh, wait! Wait! Look! Those are drones. I think those are drones, bro. I think those are freaking drones, bro. Bro, I think those are drones.
Just boom in the air. No, boom, wait, boom. They're going up.
Yep, no, these are not.
The smoke all there now where that one just moved
Yeah,
over there.
no, these are the drones.
Wait
These
for
are
it,
drones.
wait for it. Yo,
They
what
were
the
sending
fuck is happening
drones.
right now? Where we are.
They were sending drones, and I'm literally finna what? Oh my goodness. Oh my God! Wait, did y'all? I think my camera just got that. Hold on. I gotta go back and look.
Yeah.
You saw it? Yes, I think I did. Oh my God! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Guys!
What the fuck? Oh my God! Oh my God! Stop!
Destiny, that's right near us.
Notice how all the
crazy.
countries, New Zealand, Australia, Africa, South America, and Antarctica, everyone that borders Antarctica have penguins. Madagascar, Australia, New Zealand, South America, Africa. They all have penguins. Alaska doesn't have penguins. It's okay. Canada don't have penguins.
So don't.
Russia don't have penguins. Nobody around here has penguins, but everybody around here has penguins. Because it's a true map. This is it. The globe is fake.
It is. Oh, what is that? Them little lights in the sky. Look like they moving. Or am I tripping? I'm not tripping, am I?
So a family in South Dakota woke up to the craziest shit you could ever see after a snowstorm. They were about to walk out their house when they noticed human footprints on their step.
That's crazy.
But the footprints that they noticed wasn't normal. The footprints that they saw were pointed in two different directions. Mind you, these weren't two different footprints. This wasn't like two people was at their doorstep at the same time. This was one set of footprints, and they were pointed in opposite directions. That's not possible. Mind you, whoever was at that door didn't have on any shoes. And you can guess what they did next. Exactly what you're not supposed to do in any horror movie. She started following the footprint.
Crazy.
This is some shit that I definitely wouldn't have did. I would not have followed those footprints. If I would have seen them shits, I would have went the whole opposite direction. But she followed them. And followed them all the way to the end. Mind you, while she's following them, she starts to see more footprints. Animal footprints, maybe a deer, maybe something else. But these footprints are starting to get wider, and they're still in the opposite direction. So now ask yourself, what type of person has feet going in opposite directions? I'm gonna let you answer that. Now, I'm not gonna say what I think this shit is, but I need you to look at them prints. Look at those prints. Those prints just fully changed form. Now they're back to being feet that's heading in the opposite direction. You tell me what you think. Something don't look right about this shit. Now, I went in her comments, and I seen some people say maybe it was a person with one leg. Maybe it was that. But now, it just snowed. Why is a person with one leg hopping through the snow? You don't see something funny about that?
Yeah, I do.
You don't see anything crazy about that. But maybe it's just me. Keep looking. She gets all the way to the end and then turns around and look. Look how far those footprints came. That means whoever or whatever it was walked a very far distance just to get to her place, just to leave. So you telling me they hopped on one leg? Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, this is like from the Matrix movie. Look at the guy in the back. Look at the kid in the back. He's just trying so hard with his hands and everything. Look at her. She just... Little Matilda over here. Got in the back like, bro, how are you doing this? How? Yo, I need to get them skills.
Y'all, I was on my flight Friday morning. I looked out my window, and mind you, we're above the clouds. So this is like on top of the clouds. What is that? What is it?
Strange things you see in the sky, right?
Why is nobody talking about this? Listen. This is the 1587 Urbano Monte map, a map so detailed, so advanced, that it feels less like an artifact and more like a confession. Because Urbano didn't just draw continents, he drew creatures, portals, kingdoms, and lands that should not exist in the world we were taught. Look at the layout. It's circular, layered, almost like he was mapping a realm, not a planet. And then there's a strange Latin, hidden inscriptions, symbols, messages that modern historians brush off as artistic flair, but you and I both know better. Why do ancient maps show regions beyond the poles? Why do they depict entire civilizations outside the boundaries of our known realm? And why, after this map was created, did every future map suddenly become simple, clean, and stripped of anything mysterious? Well, it's almost like someone didn't want us asking questions. The Urbano Monte map isn't just a map, it's a reminder, a whisper from the past, that the world we're told to believe in might only be a fraction of what's really out there. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. This is for entertainment purposes only, but remember, we're building.
What is it, him with that weird looking statue?
Yeah, they saying he ain't himself no more, man. They saying they got Jim. He do look different though, I ain't gonna lie.
Like they got aliens abducted him?
I don't know. See, like, what it seems like to me is the real Jim Carrey got a little bit ahead of himself. He got a little out of control. He was talking too much. So they had to snatch him and they had to put their Jim Carrey in his place so that he can give out the right message.
Yo, Wiz is telling us some stuff, man. Wiz knows. He's in those circles. He's in those rooms. He got the symbolism. So he knows what's going on. He probably just knows he can't say too much or else he gonna get cloned too.
That's what I'm saying. That shit looks crazy. And people just be ignoring that shit like it's fucking normal.
What if it was an advanced AI robot and that's like, they're just seeing if it works?
Just surface level. That shit looks fucking weird. How about that? I'm not trying to get snatched. I'm just saying on the surface, it looks like what everybody's.
You heard him. He said he's not trying to get snatched.
I have ChatGPT, and ChatGPT can tell me the truth about the world. No. All of these things are created to enslave your mind because you have access to God. And so what they're trying to do is trick you into believing that this reality is a true reality. Because once you believe that, this reality becomes the only reality.
Yes.
Okay? The other question is...
Ooh, I've never seen him this fired up in all lectures. He's completely right, though. He's saying, wake up! Wake up!
Yo, he ain't lying.
ChatGPT lost 700,000 users in the last few days, but what it actually means for society is a lot bigger than what you think. Due to the cancellation of the government contract and the removal of Anthropic's Claude within all government agencies by the Department of Justice, or Department of Defense, whatever it's called, and the new acquiring of OpenAI filling in that place, 700,000 paying users stopped using ChatGPT, and in that same time, Anthropic's Claude users have doubled, which is really fucking insane when you think about it. And to me, it just signifies something a whole lot bigger. The sentiment of AI alignment and what the actual people and citizens want as far as AI goes is so obviously vastly different than what the majority of people controlling these things want. So much so that when a company decides to work with our government, they literally lose almost 1 million of their user base, and the competition gains double that amount. It's just a huge signifier of the amount of distrust that just exists in society as a whole. But yeah, let me know what you think, because this is just crazy to me.
The shit that's going on with Iran, Ishmael, because you can't say the other name on these social media apps, and the United States of America is far from over. Iran's supreme leader is dead, and they're saying that people are celebrating in the streets. What you got to think about is the people that's not celebrating.
The FBI is raising a nationwide alert after the joint U.S.-Israel strike. Should there be concern about attacks here in the U.S.?
Mind you, then Iran is posting timers. A timer for what? What are they planning on doing? Then you got to think about all the people that died in Iran. As of right now, 201 people, 750 injuries. You had American soldiers that lost their life. You have American soldiers that are injured.
Earlier today, CENTCOM shared the news that 3 U.S. military service members have been killed in action. As one nation, we grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, even as we continue the righteous mission for which they gave their lives. We pray for the full recovery of the wounded and send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen. And sadly, there will likely be more.
And this is all in 36 hours or more. What you also need to remember is that the planetary alignment happened. None of this is happening by coincidence. You have China, Russia, a whole bunch of other countries saying that America is wrong for what they did. And that in itself will make you want to think, where is this shit going next? Because it can go further. And the way it looks like President Trump is far from finished. And it also looks like Iran is far from finished. Think about the people they have in our country. Think about if those cells are alerted. And you know what cells I'm talking about. I need you to think about 9/11. I need you to think that anything and everything can happen at any time.
This is Wolf Creek.
Yo, we are moving into 1984. I know it's 2026, but we're moving into 1984. Like the book, you know? If you guys haven't read the book, go read the book. Please just go read it and then compare it to the times that we're in now. We're constantly trying to take over places. I think there's going to be like these superpowers, you know, that control the assets of the world at some point. And then when that happens, you know, they can tell us it's 1984. Like if they were to go into the schools right now and say, oh, actually, there was a slip up in our calculations and it's actually 1983. You get what I'm saying? And then all the kids in school are going to be like, I guess it's 1983. Yo, we 80s babies. You get what I'm saying? And then they're going to come home and tell the parents, oh, guess what? I learned that it's actually 1983. Your mom, you were born in the 40s. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it works. And then a couple years from now, we're going to be in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So, crazy times that we're in.
Pass you all. Look how big this massive planetary-like object is. And it looks like there's 2 of them. This is in Colorado. This is the FAA weather cams. Look at all the different colors of it. It looks like cities. It's massive.
What if they put the flat earth right on the $1 bill, right in your face, and you never even knew it? I'm here to tell you right now, this is not a coincidence. This is exactly what Admiral Richard E. Byrd described and illustrated what he saw when he went into the center of the earth and did his expedition to Antarctica, which was documented by the government. He was telling people that there was a rainbow city with crystal castles. It is the paradise within the earth, the inner space. tell you there is context to this, you guys. You have to think the all-seeing eye as the central sun of Agartha. I know this sounds like a fairy tale, but you have to do the research yourself. I'm not going to breadcrumb every single detail, but I am going to say, whether this is fact or fiction, it's very interesting to think that there is no outer space, but there is inner space, and the UFOs are coming in and out of the inner space, and everything that we wanted from outer space and from another Earth-like planet is right within our own planet. People want to escape the ice walls. What if they're just covering it with Antarctica being frozen and the Antarctic Treaty? It goes on and on. Again, I could spend my whole entire life breaking this down for people and explaining this side of it. Do I know this to be 1000% fact? No, but I'm here to tell you right now, there is context. Why would Bird be talking about this? Why would he be unalive shortly after he was going public about it? And he was a real one. He wanted the people to know the truth. There's way more to this than what I'm going to be able to go through in one little Instagram video, you guys. There's all kinds of ties to the Nazis. There's ties to the aliens. There's ties to all kinds of things in the firmament. You guys got to understand this is a bird's eye view, and the firmament would be going over this as well as above and below. So there is somewhat of a round type of a firmament completely around the earth, but it sits on a flat plane according to this theory. Take it or leave it. I'm here to tell you this is not all coincidences, and more people are going to be seeing this as I see this happening.
So do you guys think there's an inner earth, a hollow earth, a Agartha? There's a lot of tales of Agartha, you know, different places throughout the world, different tales of an inner earth, different ways to get there. I don't know. I think there's a lot of unknown things. I mean, it does kind of make sense too, though. Like if there is like some type of hole at the North Pole, right? And then we have these northern lights. What if it's just some type of something coming from that portal or that opening at the North Pole? McDonald's customer pushes the limits by ordering 5,000 worth of cheeseburgers. Bro, what?
That's a lot of burgers.
You just got it like that? Yo, he going through something.
Y'all, this shit right here crazy. They are saying OpenAI uninstalls in the U.S. jumped 295% once the news broke that OpenAI and the Pentagon struck a deal. Not downloads, not a little dip. People straight deleted the app. And look, whether you love AI or hate it, this tells you one thing. People do not play about trust. I know I don't. I know when I heard that this happened, my brain was like, what that mean for me? So a lot of people was against this because also the download stopped too. And people resorted to another AI app, which is this right here. It climbed up the ladder, y'all. That joint is at #1 right now. And OpenAI is steady going down. And here's the even crazier part. The OpenAI CEO is already amending the deal. He's letting it be known what they can use it for and what they can't use it for. And I'm talking about the Pentagon. So my question is, do you think people is overreacting? Do you think I'm overreacting? But I just feel like once AI companies start linking up with the government, it just make you think like, nah, fool. So let me know down below in the comments how y'all feel about this. And did you uninstall this or will you be uninstalling this because of this news? Let me know.
Do you guys have it? I never had it downloaded.
I eat children. How old are you?
12.
12. Oh, okay. Only to 10.
Only to
that's
10.
good.
Okay, we'll see.
That's good. Children and pineapple.
Yeah.
That looks great. Thank you. What you want in a pancake is to have the consistency of young human flesh.
It's spongy. It has life to it.
You're with a guy with brightly colored undergarments, and you got soft human flesh in front of you. You're in a weird place.
Can you tell us a secret about Steven Spielberg? He eats babies. Whole babies.
You're late 50.
Yeah.
But somehow you both look the same age there. I mean, you know, there's something to be said for being with a younger man.
I suck baby's blood. And put it on my face.
Okay.
Just joking.
We bring them to the basements in the synagogues where we drain the blood and watch them die there. And the bodies, what we do is we take those because we can make some shekels and we give them to the slaughterhouses. And those are pounds and pounds and pounds of meat that we grind up in the sausage and the hamburger. And that's why we made those the most popular thing, sausage for breakfast and hamburger for lunch. And so all the goyim out here are really eating their children. And even when we say this outright and tell you people, you don't believe it. So...
Yo, it makes sense too. Just imagine if these people are the ones that are in power, right? You know, across the board. And if they are doing that, and they got a bunch of extra stuff over here, and they're like, yo, we got to take this somewhere. Okay, let's take it to the meat dispensary, the grindhouse or whatever, right? And the meat dispensary is like, oh, I ain't taking that. They're like, yes, you is taking this. And the meat dispensary can't say nothing about it. They just got to go ahead, grind it up as ground beef, and sell it in. I don't want to say no names, but whatever your local grocery store may be, or a fast food restaurant or whatever, they probably do the fast food. Y'all ever seen those videos of McDonald's where they got like the little pink goo? It's probably mixed up all together and turned into a paste and flattened into a little fake patty. Sound pretty cool. No, that's what's up. That's how they created stuff back in the day, probably.
I'm rewatching Spy Kids, and they told us in Spy Kids what was going on. Like, they literally put it right in our face. Now that I'm rewatching this is some sick stuff. And it's creepy.
Wait. Did I miss it? Did y'all? I don't know.
I'm not going to name the organization because I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus, but there was one specific game where it really hit me. Was I had 20 and 10 after 3 quarters. We're up about 15. And in the 4th quarter in overtime, I didn't play 1 second. And so I'm looking at the assistant coach, watching our lead go down. I have 20 and 10 after 3 quarters. Like, I'm on pace to have a real nice game. And he goes, yeah, we got the call from above. You're done for tonight. I was like, what? Like, we picked up the phone. How'd y'all get on the phone in the middle of the game? And he's like, I'm like, what happened? But they got a look from somebody in the crowd was like, nah, like, so me and this other player, the other player who was doing he had like 25 after 3 quarters. They were both like, yo, those two, they're done. And so we ended up losing in overtime. And this was against another team that was also tied for last. And they were trying to get, the best projection and the odds to get the number 1 pick.
That's crazy, yo. Gambling world is different out here. He said he got the look. He was like, hey. He's like, all right, you can't play no more.
Fucking out him. Jim Carrey called me up last week. I talked to him for 5.5 hours. He's like begging me to like get a deal with Q. Like he's afraid of the fucking brackets. I'm like, and it's just like yammering on with the crap, but like not owning up or doing anything fucking meaningful. Meanwhile, just lying to everybody. Guys, you are fucking cowards. You're going down. You're gonna fucking die. That's it. You're gonna die. If you ate kids, you're gonna fucking die. You can't get over that shit. That's a death sentence. You cannot fucking live. But what I'll tell you that you can do is possibly save your soul.
One thing about flat Earth that does trip me out: Google images of satellites. Just like type in satellite. Just all.
There's no real pictures?
Not a single one is not. This is the one thing that tripped me out. I'm not gonna lie. They're all just like renders.
Why?
It's true.
Why you think?
This is the one, I'm gonna say, this is the one thing that trips me out. I've never seen a satellite that was real. I'm just saying, I'm not a flat earther, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that is very strange now that you bring that up. Why would they want to sell us on Earth being round?
That's not the only thing they're selling you on. They're selling you on space as well. That's why you think like that, because you're thinking out of space and all those other planets and stuff
real?
like that. Yeah, huh?
You don't think they're real? You don't think sun's real?
No. Sun is real. The sun and the moon is real. Okay. But outer space is not.
Well, then what is it? What are we doing?
It's water. Over the firmament is water.
Over the firmament he's talking
We're in the ocean right now?
We under the firmament, under the dome, and there's water over the firmament. Says it in the Bible. Planets are wandering stars that you think about.
So you think all that, like them going to Mars stuff, is all?
Here is a beautiful scenic picture taken of the amazing landscape in Greenland. And this is a picture taken from one of the rovers of the landscape on Mars.
How they going to the Mars? Why they don't put the same rover on the moon so we can watch the Earth spin right now? How they gonna go to Mars?
They're talking about building a society on Mars, right?
Yeah. Why they doing that? Why they ain't got the same thing on the moon right now though?
The whole thing is like we never went back to the moon, right?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. No.
Why people care if people believe in the Earth the way the Bible describes it? Why do people get so mad about that?
Does the Bible describe it as flat?
Yeah.
It does?
With the dome, the firmament, and everything. Why do people get mad at people if they just describe the Earth the way the oldest history book describes it?
Yeah. So does this mean you think it's flat?
Yep.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
You know the one thing about flat Earth that does.
This is why they say that we should be in bed by 12 midnight, because you get most of your melatonin at that time. And then after 12 midnight, then it starts going down. Now, when you're in bed sleep, it's very important that you don't have any light in your environment, because once there's darkness, as soon as your eyes perceive light, that melatonin starts to decrease. So for those brothers and sisters that sleep with the TV on, they're wreaking havoc on their system. Okay, or for their children to sleep with the TV on, and I've seen people sleep with the TV on all night long. They're wreaking havoc on their system. And scientists have found now that once you start having a decrease in melatonin, you suffer from depression. If you produce too little melatonin at night, or too much melatonin during the wrong period of time during daylight hours, you're going to start suffering from depression and mental problems. You're going to have problems with your judgment. This is why, like I said, with brothers and sisters that work that midnight shift, they have to be very careful to get those green raw vegetables, because those green raw vegetables feed the inner eye. They give it that chlorophyll. That's the plant melanin. Here is serotonin during the daylight hours. Here's melatonin. No, I mean, here's melatonin. Okay? Then melatonin is low during the daylight hours. Okay? Now, if you're going to sleep during the daylight hours, you're producing melatonin at the wrong period of time. So there's the imbalance. See? So here we got serotonin high, melatonin low. So melatonin is high here at night, and then serotonin is low. Okay? That's how it looks. And in mathematics, we call this the sine graph. For those of you that may have had trigonometry, sine, cosine, tangent, the pineal eye does its work through its hormones of serotonin and melatonin. Melatonin puts melanin in the bloodstream at night. Melatonin is what synthesizes and makes the melanin. Melatonin brings together all the ingredients that are needed to make that melanin, and it puts it out at night. That blackness is produced in blackness.
Need to go get some serotonin, man. Need to go outside a little bit more, get away from these lights and stuff like that, you know?
Was this done on purpose?
Let me know if you think they did this on purpose. So someone recently found out that if you go to the Epstein library on DOJ's website, and now instead of searching for something specific, you search for no images produced and hit search, it's going to show you thousands of PDF documents, and when you open them, it's just going to have this blank page that says no images produced. But if you go to the URL up top and remove the PDF part and then type in MP4 and hit enter, you'll find videos that I guess were labeled with the wrong file extension. For instance, here's an hour-long one of a jail cell camera with a whiteboard placed in front of it.
I'm gonna just click on one on page 340, okay? So, wait, what the fuck? It just automatically downloaded a file.
Yeah, I don't want no automatic downloads or anything like that. Where is this?
We're coming into a Tartarian building in St. Louis. Interesting artifacts. We got prosperity symbol, better known to the Jews and Islam stuff. tears of joy. They found this building. Broken hearts and heavy
This
loads.
mother
There
ancient.
are fields where nothing grows.
They said East St. Louis. I don't know. It was some music.
Is that an artificial moon? Yes, yes, absolutely. It's Sol's our moon. Our moon's artificial, completely artificial. It was brought here from Ursa Minor, apparently between 11 and 12,000 years ago. For the purpose of being a satellite in a base, which they evacuated some time ago, but it's now being operational again. And I covered this in the series of 8. It came from a star system called Chata. That's for a word. That's the word they used, Chata, and it was the 17th planet out of a solar system that had 21 planets, and it was one of 4 moons, and it was brought here. It is older than the Earth. There are ruins all over it. There are bases underneath it. It's everything that we're told it isn't. So that's a whole unique story unto itself.
Look at this shit, fam. Okay. Bitch just gone out of thin air, another one. Look. What the fuck, man?
Is it exit over there or something?
Hell no.
Yo, or is that a glitch? Did he witness a glitch? Or
you got black folks now saying it's a conspiracy. What?
A psychologist explained why 90s kids think differently than Gen Z. It said the games that you played as a kid literally rewired your brain. And it said, here's what changed. And it said, 90s children played games that forced the brain to fail and retry. Mario, Sonic, Prince of Persia, you only had 3 lives, no saves, and no hints. When you lost, you learned patience, planning, and frustration tolerance. Today, many games guide kids step by step, auto-save every 10 seconds, and remove the real challenge. Tetris,
that was games you could lose your place in the game for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tetris, Doom, Quake, Zelda. You had no map, no path arrows. You remembered layouts, patterns, secrets. Scientists now show that the games strengthened the hippocampus, the part of the brain for memory and navigation. So modern games often give glowing lines, GPS arrows, voice assistance, so kids can follow the instructions instead of figuring things out. And it said, you had to stop when you failed. Today's games are endless, like Fortnite, Roblox, Jensen, Minecraft. They're all
losing.
They're all built to keep attention forever.
True.
He said that it trains a different circuit. Instead of finishing tasks, kids get addicted to the constant stimulation.
Yep.
Yo, that's a fact. If your kids play Roblox, don't they just want to play all day?
And it said in the 90s, games were social in real life. So you went to a friend's house, sat on the same couch, argued over controllers, shared secrets, passed levels together. There was always that friend, right? There was like, dude, I'm good at this. Let me do this part. And you're like, yeah, he's good at this. Let him do this part.
Yeah, you would share.
But today's kids play alone with headsets surrounded by thousands, but not connected directly to anybody.
That's so true.
Right? And it says psychologists see more loneliness in kids now who play online games than compared to us who played side by side, like offline games.
Some of you kids needed, hey, that's a warning right there. Trying to let you know. Man, go get you an old PS2 or something. Play some of them old games with your friends. Play a game in which it's not endless. But I don't know. Are those games still available? I think so. How many of y'all remember the time, like say for instance, you had a PlayStation or something, like a PlayStation 2 or a PlayStation 1, and you had a physical memory card, but like you didn't have a physical memory card, so you be playing a game, and then it's like nighttime or whatever, you got to go to bed, and you're like, dang, I don't want to turn this mug off because I'm at this level. I almost beat it. So you got to sit it down at night. You just thinking about that level all night. You know what I'm saying? You dreaming about it and you figured it out. Then you wake up the next morning, go to school, come back home. Game's still running. It's probably really hot. And you beat that level. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been thinking about it all day. I guess he's right. It probably does rewire your brain a little bit differently than a lot of other things of today's time.
Overstand. See this mound right here? This mound is older and larger than the pyramid in Giza. Ancient America, right in front of your face. Cahokia Mounds. Look at it. Come on now. overstand.
Overstand. They just don't want to excavate it.
Cause am I tripping? Ain't that supposed to say ketchup and mustard?
Catsup, yo. That brings back a memory, yo. When I was younger, my aunt, I used to go to her house. She had catsup. I was like, catsup? I don't want no cat. But like, I ain't never seen it before. That's the only place ever in my life I've seen it until now. That's crazy.
Number one role in mind control is if you can distract the subconscious, if you can distract the conscious mind, it leaves the subconscious mind wide open for you to pimp them like hoes. See what I'm saying? Now, this is one of the keys. So, in so many words, with this particular black hole that's out there, it's all being run by us. In so many words, that's the actual photon belt.
Talking about the black hole, which is made of melanin. And I know for a fact, now, we talked about briefly that Amos mathematical papyrus, our people had a mathematical equation that relates to the black hole. And there are Caucasian math professors at Wayne State University, one of which I know, that is studying ancient Egyptian mathematics and black holes. There's a mathematical formula, and it relates to fractions. And this is something that for some reason or another, many of our people have a lot of problems with. But these fractions are intimately black. This is in one of the oldest known math books. It's being researched today that relates to the black holes and how the universe began. Melanin, blackness, mathematics, ancient Africa, they're all tied in.
It's got everything to do with melanin. At the end of the day, melanin's probably like the secret sauce, you know? And that's why everyone's after it. But yeah, guys, these are some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.